won their invitation, and now it's time to go against the big guns. And
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and I think this has been probably repeated many a time before. No, every division in the Invitational League is just completely stacked. I mean, it doesn't matter if you got upgraded from the Open League versus you've been here for a while. You can never ever rest between here and your opponents.
Totally. So you're gonna have, especially in the opening, you're gonna have your two team members going opposite directions. We see Ari looks like he's gonna be doing a hula hand to get some early money. Blaine's gonna go Lost Woods, do like a tree pull, get that stuff. We got Flip Heel going to Uncle, and then Iker going up to we got bombs for the first tier.
Yeah, there is going to be so much action, especially as you said earlier on. I think we actually just see a quick map check. I think our trackers are already on the ball. At least on Iker's screen, we saw looks like Crystals at Eastern Hero.
Did you see what happened? Sorry.
No, what happened? What happened?
Ari failed the hula hand.
Oh no!
So he walked all the way over there. That's a pretty big time loss. We do see the Moon Pearl in Lost Woods. There's a lot going on here. So
yeah, and well, it looks like though maybe they're not going to be hurting for money so far because Flip Heel found 300 rupees at Uncle. So
yeah, this is actually kind of why I'm not the biggest fan of hula handing right away. Is sure you're guaranteed to get some cash, but it feels like such a waste of time if there's cash and bombs early.
Yeah, well, it looks like Ari's actually going to make the discovery play here. So, you know what? It doesn't actually matter if you end up losing. Let's say the first, 45 seconds or so, we were going to have enough money. Presumably, one side just wants extra money so they can have enough funds to, go pay off Zora, right? Because you really only need to send one person over there, and you just need to farm up some other money if Zora actually has something important.
Yeah, totally. I mean, is it going to make or break the race? Definitely not. It's just sort of like these little things can add up over time.
Oh yeah. And of course, as you said, this is a co-op info share. Ooh, okay. Speaking of Zora, we're gonna get some flippers early on at least from Blind's hideouts. Yeah, and of course, all this information, right, is just being relayed throughout, these teammates' communications. So it's actually surprisingly going to be lower percent than you might expect, right? Because one person is going to find all these random items, let's say in Blindside, and then presumably the lane's just going to tell Ari, hey, just go get the whatever bottom right chest or whatever the flipper was in, right? And just just ignore the rest.
Yeah, so you could get circumstances where someone opens all the heart containers and the other person, it's like, oh, I went in Blindside, there was nothing there but 5 heart containers. Just skip it.
Presumably, hopefully, you wouldn't tell your teammates to skip heart, containers, right? But are you talking about Gamma?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. You skip those Gamma. So was that the glove in the back of Saha there?
Oh, actually, yes, it looks like it.
Gosh, you mentioned this earlier, but we love our trackers here. 2D Tones, Arturo.
Oh yeah, no, especially for week 1.
And their names are actually on layouts now, which is so awesome. I love that. So.
I actually think I think this is. I want to say this is the first time I've actually seen for Restream crew trackers on screen, which I think is actually a really good improvement, right? Yeah, these guys do so much work for us.
Totally, I love it. What do you think of this play of Ari going into Eastern this early? They haven't even done
Eastern. You're right.
South Shore yet.
Yeah, this is actually quite interesting. Presumably, this is where the lane's going to head off to after he finishes up Kakariko. But this is actually a very interesting play because we don't have the bow unless Ari finds it in here. He's not going to be able to finish up this dungeon.
Yeah, there might be something here, but this feels a little risky and a little if there's nothing here. Sure, you have the information, but you could have gotten that with the bow maybe later. So, for Error's sake, I hope there's something here.
Yeah. So speaking of though, it looks like Flip Heel's also checking out Saha. Let's see if actually he also decides to go over there and check out what Eastern has for us. So the lane did pick up a lamp. So most of these chests outside the back is actually going to be in logic, at least for Harry. So maybe he just wants to take a peek. Looks like though no Eastern though for Flip Heel.
Yeah, just get that glove and probably see him go to the back of Escape, and that looks like what he's doing here.
I sometimes wonder if that 20 rupees in Link's house is just muscle memory. It's you don't really actually either your teammate hasn't told you, or you just automatically go get it.
Yeah, totally. All right, so out of Kakariko, it looks like it's just the lamp and the flippers. The Moon Pearl is up in the Lost Woods there. We see garbage on the island.
Also, nothing in the back of Escape. It just looks like a map and some minor resources.
It looks like Ari got all 3 items out of the front of Eastern. No real value
very
there.
fortunate layout, though. Yeah, it's a really nice layout because that just means that they can come back basically whenever they want to and then just finish up this dungeon.
Oh, it looks like we have Samaria on the library, so we will see the boots at some point.
I'm getting main tournament memories here of we see something pretty important on the library, and we're like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get boots soon, and then it's like boots like go mode into final Samaria locked mire or something like that.
Yeah. All right, so nothing in the back. They do have a key, but I don't think it's worth. They don't have a way to kill that rat. We have no weapons yet.
Yeah, we just have bombs, unfortunately. And so I guess like one of the things that you're gonna hope for, at least for co-op weeks, right, is you get more information quicker. So then hopefully you're gonna be able to find a weapon like sooner rather than later, right? But it looks like in this case, we're still searching for that sword.
Yeah. I mean, even anything would be good. A hammer or a fire, anything that you could kill stuff with would be nice. Because they're going to have to do mini Moldorm with those bombs. And it looks like he had to buy those bombs as well, because there hasn't been a lot of them. We got our first look at Lumberjack, and it looks like nothing there. Ari's going to grab his pearl, and we're going to check Sick Kid.
Yeah, actually, and this is also another one of those differences, right? We actually look at Iker's screen. Like, he literally just picked up 20 rupees. Otherwise, he's been kind of starving for resources, right?
Yeah, totally. So Iker going to give us our first look at the South Shore area, and I think Thelane's at least going to go rescue the old man here. Yeah,
of course, with that lamp, he's going to have a much easier time. I mean, I have every confidence that Thelane can do this in the dark, with or without that sword. But of course, with only just the lamp and like really nothing else to kind of like tell your location, it's going to be a lot easier time for him.
For sure. So it looks like South Shore is going to have to give us something, either that or the old man, because we've checked everywhere else.
Yeah, so I guess there's Zora, there's the flipper checks, Waterfall Ferry, Hobo, because we did pick up the flippers in Kakariko. But yeah, we're kind of running out of locations quickly. Yeah. Almost twice as fast, right? Because we have, two people watching or 2 people going for the same things.
There's $40, 3 bombs.
Mini Moldorm cable.
$60. Oh,
all right, okay, we've got the bow.
Oh, and that's not. I mean, there's nothing left in Eastern, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's right, actually, because Ari had already done us a nice favor and checked out all of the items in Eastern, and yeah, there's nothing there. But at least from Philpio and Iker's side, they haven't been to Eastern over there, so presumably Iker's just gonna clear it, right?
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of those reasons. Like, it was kind of interesting to see Ari do Eastern before South Shore. Did someone find? Fire Rod is on Spectacle Rock. All right. So
I guess we'll need that mirror at some point too, or hammer and hook shot. I mean, we are missing some pretty big, big items here. All right, okay. So we do see an alternate setup on Flip Heel side, trying to get some more money successfully, setting up the Houlihan from the back of Escape.
Yeah, definitely thinking Zora here, though his partner is the one doing the water checks now, so that's a little interesting. Thelane going into. Have we seen Hyrule Castle at all yet?
I think either Flip Heel or Iker did it. And I don't think they actually ended up finding anything important. Now, I don't actually think that they did Dark Cross. I want to say that there hasn't been explored there, but I also don't know if we've already found the key.
They definitely have the key. I think that was in the back. I'm not sure if we've seen the map yet. They didn't,
the map was in the back of Escape. It was like map, arrows, and money or something like that.
Okay, so Sang Chest had the key, so there's definitely something in Dark Cross. The problem, I think, when Flip Heel went there is he didn't really have a way to navigate.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you said, everyone is still just on bombs, so it's a little bit harder right now in order to try and kill some enemies. Hey, speaking of weapons, though, Iker really happy probably with visiting Hobo. Looks like he found a
Yeah.
sword.
He gets himself a sword there.
His Eastern Palace clear is going to be so much nicer.
Yeah, the fact that he actually gets to clear it and is really nice. So
Yeah, I mean, right. So, like, the fact that, you know, you just have bombs isn't going to be too big a deal, but with the sword, I mean, like, there are just some things that you don't appreciate until you kind of have to go face them, like killing all those popos, like, at the end, like, before, you know, in Double Ready's room. Like, you could do it with bombs, you could do it with bow as well, but if you have a sword, just one spin just takes
for
them out
sure.
super fast.
And I don't know if you caught that, but Thalane with the clutch kill on the ball and chain guard, that the green guard there did not want him to kill the ball and chain guard, but Thalane was able to clutch it out. Does now have mirror shield.
Thank you, Thalane, for at least keeping the double beefs relatively quick.
All right, so I didn't see anything on the ledge there. We are going to get the Zora check, and then we've got Agana.
Right? Yeah. Is that kind of it? We don't even have enough stuff to go and visit Aghanim.
Oh
hey!
man, we have ourselves a Aga seed.
I was gonna say never mind. We just found our second sword on Zora. This is actually a very, very important 500 rupee purchase.
Oh geez. So there was a 300 somewhere, right? That's
wasn't that, yeah, it was with Uncle. That's right, and that's like our only, I guess, like major rupee hoard at this point. Because you actually see that Flip Heel had to actually go and Houlihan for his remaining money.
Yeah.
So, Ari looks like he is either going to go. He's going to be back with Skip already.
Houlihan.
He's gonna, yeah, he's definitely going to get money. Yeah.
What a crazy seed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we had so much exploration, and you know, ultimately at the end, we are gonna go at least they can do Aga Tower with Master Sword and not like Fighter Sword and Cape, right? Like that at least can make things a little bit faster.
Watch Kate be here with Gina.
Oh, with the Gina? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I think so. At this point, Ari and the lane has no knowledge of any swords, right? Because it was only Flipio and Iker who made the visit to Zora and Hobo. So Ari, of course, is going to find a sword very momentarily here, and presumably he's going to. I'm actually not sure what's going to be faster: to save and quit out of Hobo or swim back down and go to Zora.
Probably swim.
It's probably swimming.
Okay. But okay, so once we get into the Dark World, if we don't find like a hook shot here, oh, she has $20. They're all gonna have to farm some more money because the only play rule.
Oh, they can only pod
catfish.
Man, actually, we actually see Iker like taking some, using some pretty good game knowledge. There is 90 rupees in the back of Eastern. He probably realizes that he needs more money. All right, we can see Thalane here also setting up his Houlihan, trying to get some more money. This is almost like a spoiler log at the beginning where you finally figure out, like, you know what, I need to go and get money. Like, where is my money coming from?
Oh, this is too good. And what's crazy is they have the flippers, so that if you don't know the bomb setup, you're kind of in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can't Houlihan, I guess, like the more I don't even know if it's more like common or like traditional way to Houlihan now. You know, with the over at the Useless Fairy spot.
So Iker is going to save a little bit of time here in Eastern since he's going to be our first runner with a crystal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like though he's just slightly got hit or something, trying to set up the quick armless kill, but he did make a nice recovery and still took him down, you know, relatively quickly. But yeah, at the almost 14-minute mark, we have ourselves a first crystal. And of course, keep in mind, you know, this is all dungeons. We do have to kill Aghanim sooner rather than later, but in this particular case, it is actually going to be on the sooner side because that's going to be our Dark World access. And of course, we do have to kill off every single dungeon, including Aghanim too.
Yeah, it's not terrible that you have to kill Aga because you have to kill Aga regardless of whether it's an Aga seed or not. It's all dungeons, but it's kind of frustrating in co-op because you want to be splitting up the information, and we're gonna see all four runners in Aga Tower.
Sync up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Aries got just enough money for pod, so that's good.
Yeah, and of course,
Fellaini with the 666 rupees.
oh,
So
yeah, I'm sure he'll be spinning it momentarily. Yeah, and I was actually gonna say though, like for like ideally, if you could plan out the seed, right, and it wasn't going to be an Aga seed, you would do Aghanim 1 last, just because you get the free refill, you get the free trip over to the pyramid, but of course, you know, you can probably get some better gear as well, right? You probably have some temper sword, probably got some boots, but, you know, Eri, you know, minus those boots, I think you're probably very comfortable with Aga Tower on Master Sword, just given how much NMG practice and execution he has.
Mm-hmm.
But it does look like Flipio is a couple steps ahead of him, though. Manages to get into Aga Tower first. It's like Ike's just going to finish up kind of the loose ends, probably giving a check into Dark Cross before kind of heading up to the tower.
Yeah, I mean, so far there's still, a ton of time left to go in this race. But don't forget the Trackus has actually got a little bit of a lead here so far. I think not having to double dip Eastern and just a couple of small things, Eri messing up the hula hand in the beginning, you know, it's not going to make or break the race. Like I said, we still have probably over an hour and 15 minutes left to go.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to come back here. But, you know, the newbies in the Invitational putting up a great fight so far.
That's right. Yeah. And oh man. So this room, Flipio is kind of demonstrating when things go wrong, things can go really wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even in the vanilla game, Aga Tower is actually still pretty difficult, just in terms of difficulty. And you know, those red guards do 1 heart of damage, which I hear, Flipio unfortunately had to experience this.
Yeah. Man, can you believe it's league time already?
No, I mean, like, I don't know where the summer has gone. It's like, you know, when I first heard the announcement that League was starting, and they were like, oh yeah, like, signups are late August, and League's gonna start sometime in September, it's like, okay, that's like so far away, and yet here we are.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's such a good time of year, though. League is always so much fun, and we're gonna get a new champion this year, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things play out.
Yeah, you actually see that in the, you know, just like in co-op, right? The lane only picked up the chest in Mini Molten Cave for the bow, right? Probably just being told by Eri that the only thing you care about is this one chest. Oh, I was also told by the lane to mention that as part of their handicap, I guess, or something, they are actually, Eri and the lane are only talking in German. Whether or not that's actually true, I don't know, because we don't have their audio, but I was told to say that.
All right, so I'm not sure how many blue balls, but it feels like a lot.
I also have not, unfortunately, been counting. But of course, you know, the good news for all 4 runners is that no runner or no team will be at an advantage or disadvantage. Everyone's going to have the same number of blue balls.
Yep. The number was too many. That's.
Yeah, it was not a 0 blue ball.
Yeah.
And given the fact that we also see, yeah. All right, so
oh man.
Flipio,
all right.
Yes.
So 46 rupees. Oh, was that
that's 50? That's 50 rupees.
Oh,
it's
man, so
he needs to farm a little bit in order to get to pods. So maybe he will take this opportunity to go to Catfish. Or I guess we don't actually know what the price drops are either. It looks like bombs from Moblins. Oh, we're getting there. We need what, 12 more to go?
Yeah, I think you just go Catfish here just to make sure that you're checking something.
Yeah, because I mean you're gonna check this eventually, right? And you know, if it's gonna be a choice between pod, where you don't have enough money, and a teammate who does have enough money, actually exactly enough money after this, you may as well end up going to Catfish. Hopefully though you don't end up taking Overworld Death. That would be very unfortunate for Flipio.
Hey, so Clear Mouse.
What's up here?
Do you remember where the where Samaria was?
Oh, it was on the library.
Okay, so we need the boots for that, right?
Yeah,
What are the 2 dungeons that require Samaria?
I believe that's Meyer and Turtle Rock.
All right, so both of them are pendants.
Our pendants. Yeah, well, you know, maybe something good will be on the pedestal, so they'll have to get it earlier.
Maybe, or
Oh,
maybe
man.
the boots are in GT.
Oh my gosh, dude! Don't come up with these terrible thoughts here. We want them to go fast, not slow.
I mean, it's just there, and we got Catfish with a sword, so not nothing, but
that is
yeah.
actually a really nice find. I mean, Temper Sword. At least you know we have to, I guess, hold right for the most of the seed. At least so far, we can at least make it on Tempered Sword.
Yeah, Flip Hill gonna go just farm the money from the rock over here, just to guarantee that he doesn't have to so he guarantees the money in as he heads into pod there.
Yeah, I think this is actually a very fair decision. It does actually now. Did he end up doing mini multi-cave? Or this is actually one of those things where it's like I just need like 10 rupees or 5 rupees or 20 rupees.
Right.
Like
yeah,
you know, like where do I get them? And it's like I don't know. Like I just wrote off all the 20 rupee finds like already. I only cared about the bow on this game.
That's why you pick up all of the chests just in case. Just in case.
Just in case. So the Pilot's Full Eternity memories coming back.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so our first 2 checks in pod were small keys. You know, it was crazy in the beginning. Everyone's going in a different direction, and now we have everyone converging to the same.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to watch right now.
Yeah, at the beginning, it was literally like 4 screens going in 4 separate directions and all finding different things. It's like, man.
So we have to find. There has to be something here. What do you think it's going to be?
A mirror?
Mirror would give us access to
hammer.
Hera.
Yeah, hammer would be good, and a fire rod, right? So that would also give us access to Skull Woods.
Well, we know where the fire rod's up on. Oh yeah, that's right. But we wouldn't have. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if it's just the.
Oh,
mirror,
I guess we still. Yeah, that's just true. We still need. We need another glove, or we need another hammer.
I think it's going to be the hook shot. I think we're going to get the hook shot.
Hookshot would open up a lot. Hookshot would give us a paradox. That would be about 7 more chests already. And then depending on, and I guess it's Spiral Cave too. So.
And West Dark World.
All right, so the lane looks like he is opting to go up to check Catfish, just like splitting up the work, you know, between himself, and Airy. He's going to be pretty happy with this 3rd sword. Unclear whether or not Airy might make the trip over to Catfish. You know, because like if they just end up finding the 4th sword, you know, probably don't have to go worry about Catfish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those awkward where it's like, yeah, it's great for one of the teammates to have that sword, but when is the other teammate going to go get it?
Yeah, this is almost just like the heart container, you know, health situation. It's like one person can just end up with like 12 hearts, and the other person can still be on like 5 or 6, and it'd be like, yeah. Okay, it looks like though Airy has definitely made the most progress. I think he is the one who, you know, beelined it over first. Hey,
there
speaking of our hammer in pod, classic, actually pseudo French vanilla, I guess, location. Yeah. Not in compass chest, but sorry, not in the big chest, but in the compass chest. So
I think it's all 6 keys they've found.
Oh, already so early? All right, I care though, making a really nice long map check for us. Actually, and of course, the only thing I ended up catching was 5-6 crystal at pod. That was a pretty close rope. I was a little bit worried he's gonna lose Kiki.
The mirror here would be really nice, especially for Thelaine and Airy.
The compass and the hammer just switched locations here in pod.
Nice. All right, 10 arrows. But the hammer does open up a lot now, so.
Yeah, this is going to be our traditional Dark World access. They basically have access to like almost every single Dark World portal at this point. Of course, without that mirror, Eri was good enough to set himself up the death warp, so he's going to warp back. He's going to be able to finish Pod now. Finding a mirror also would let Eri actually just warp straight over and defeat and beat out Eastern as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now.
It's not going to be this kind though, right? Like the
no, well, no, of course not. I mean, you already found the hammer and pod. Like, I don't know. Are you really gonna ask for 2 items for progression here? I was actually gonna say though, actually looking at Iker and Eri, so they didn't go to Catfish, right, and get their 3rd sword. So their Helma fight is actually going to be a little bit slower and probably going to have to take a little bit more caution, especially without boots, because so normal NMG does only have Master Sword for you, but if you have boots, you can set up spin speed and basically offset the hammer's hitbox in order to get 10% damage out of the hammer. Right, but here, you know, you don't really have that luxury. So Eri's gonna have to probably do this kind of, I would say, the more traditional pre-spin speed strat for Helma.
And you know, Greenbale 6 Hearts is not easy. This
no,
is not an easy fight, especially if Helma keeps spitting out those fireballs. It just depends on how nice does Helma want to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess for what it's worth, you know, 6 Hearts Green Mill is the non-Sank Heart version for NMG, so maybe Eri is okay with this, but I mean, like, it's, you really would like something more here.
Yeah, I mean, being comfortable and it's just NMG and Rando, even though it's the same game, are so different.
It is. NMG is very punishing execution. So you know, Eri is going to be the first one off to Helma. Certainly, best of luck to Iker as well when he eventually gets there. All right. Speaking of those fireballs,
yeah. Right away, not playing nice, but Eri's done this so many times, and it shows here. Like, not even taking any
that
damage.
Is a very clean fight on Eri's side. Like, Jiren's basically just doing his best in order to, for at least for phase 2. He gets rewarded with a map.
Crystal number 1 for Error216.
Yeah. And as you said, we're definitely not going to be kind enough to have Pod reward us with that mirror, so presumably Eri's just going to come back. Hopefully with boots in order to kill out Eastern. Maybe with a flute, that would be even better. I mean, we're going to find all these things eventually, but it just kind of depends on, you know, when we end up finding them. Like, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah, there's no reason to go to Eastern right now, even though you can clear it. You already have all 3 items, and you can be faster when you have like the flute and the boots, as you said. So Eri beeline into Hype Cave, it looks like.
Yeah, this is probably one of the only things kind of available in this area for him. I mean, we can certainly see him trying to go over to like Digging Game Stumpy to kind of check that out if he doesn't find anything good.
The other 3 all on their way to fight him.
This is actually going to be kind of a nice thing though, because, you know, like they basically just found the hammer in Pod. So like once one of them found them, right, and you actually can save yourself a lot of trouble, right? It's like in Pod, it's like, here's the hammer. This is where the big key is. You got enough keys, right? Let's just go straight to the back. You can definitely save yourself some more time for exploration.
For sure. And that Hype Cave stunk.
Well, I guess we're gonna go visit Stumpy and Dig Game at this point then, if that's the case. Alright, Eri finally doing a quick map check on his own as well. That was a much shorter map check than the one that we were we were privileged to have earlier.
Alright, let's see how our other runners fare here on Helma.
Yeah, you can see the lane. I mean, obviously, very skilled execution as well. Having that temper sword makes, I would say, a significant difference just in terms of how easy it is to take down Helma. I'm sure that Mirror Shield also contributed to, you know, the fact that he didn't get damaged.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 runners took no damage to Helma. They all held out their sword to extend that hammer hitbox though, which is fine.
It's certainly nicer. So you don't get as much knockback as well, right? Just trying to kind of stabilize yourself some more. All right, so we found 20 rupees at Stumpy. which is not going to help us progress. So Ari looks like he's digging up a storm, hopefully to find something good here.
Triple bombs. All 4 of the runners, none of them took damage to Helma, which
that is Invitational League level execution.
Yeah. Take that, Helma.
Can we like have that a couple hundred more times in NMG? Like, that would be super nice.
And so Ari and Thelaine actually had both head into Village of Outcasts at the exact same time, since Ari was able to clear out Hype Cave and Dig Game and stuff beforehand.
Yeah, actually, so with all that kind of like early divergence, as you said, after Ganon and after Pod, actually looks like pretty much everyone is synced up. Probably with the exception of Don't Forget to Track Us team. I think they had, I mean, they're like, Ike here is just finishing up, I guess, his South Village stuff checks, I guess. Yeah.
But he does have that Eastern Crystal.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
All right, so it looks like Thelaine's going to head up to Skullwoods and check that out. Now, we do know that the Fire Rod is sitting there on Spec Rock, so won't be able to finish it, but there's no reason for both of them to head to Village of Outcasts at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and presumably it looks like actually Flip Heel is probably going to cover either Ari or Thelaine's tracks here.
Yeah. I imagine VOO, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. Is, you know, you have the hammer, you may as well clear it. You're going to be the first one into Village, you know, like this area, right? So you may as well take the crystal that you know to clear.
Yep. So nothing at chess game. We got the big key, vanilla
yeah.
Skullwoods there.
Looks like actually nicely done statue room as well on Thelaine's side. You know, most people like, of course, doing this room with the Cane of Samaria, but you know, given that we need boots in order to get the Cane of Samaria, it's not going to be an option for us today.
Just bombs from the Abominable Hut there. Man, this seed is at one point going to explode. We just don't know when it is.
Yes.
Right?
Hopefully. Hey, all right. So Thelaine has found our next major piece of progression. I think that could be actually Seed Explosion, right? With that hook shot.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Meanwhile, though, Ari is going to be our first runner to dive into Thieves Town, and you actually do see that both Flip Heel and himself have kind of checked out the rest of the village, just in case the boots kind of show up.
Yeah.
If you would really like to be able to do, you know, Thieves Town with boots. Thelaine, though, finding both items actually in the front. This is actually really convenient. As Skullwood's layout.
Yeah, Thieves Town, you really want the boots because there's so many areas to dash here.
Yeah, not to mention, dashing also with a sword is actually really good for safety as well, especially if you have that type of sword. Master's sword is fine, right? But you can actually get through a lot of these enemies much easier.
So Hookshot and Powder and Skullwoods. So far, nothing really going in Thieves Town front 4 check. And it looks like Iker will be getting his hook shot soon. So I'm going to give us our first look at Paradox Cave. Lots of checks here.
Yeah, so what do you think the next piece of progression, major progression items could be? Gloves?
Mitts.
Mitts?
Yeah, probably the mitts. That's my guess. And
it's
gonna be in Thieves Town though.
Oh, I was gonna say if Thelaine can find mitts up here, that would actually be really convenient for him because he's gonna be clear out basically all of Light World, Death Mountain, and he can just hop into the portal right over and check out Light World. Now, of course, is the game gonna be that nice and convenient for us?
I mean, it hasn't been so far. There's a blue mail. Wow, what a lackluster Paradox Cave! Wow.
And you really actually want to see the blue mail like after you find the mirror, just because death warping, you know, in dungeons, as we've seen basically them do in Pod, is actually like really valuable, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like the Iker's trying to clear out these Gibdos, man. You know, like it is also like kind of like the worst of both worlds. Like not only do you not have the Cane of Samaria, he also doesn't have the Temper Sword from Catfish, so his like kills have to be even slower.
Yeah. Everything's just going to be in GT, right?
No, I don't want to think of no. Dude, we want the Kata Samari off of library. We want those boots. We want the fire rod. Like, no, here, we don't want things to be in GT.
Boots, flippers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I guess boots.
Oh, we have flippers this time.
Yeah, boots, flute, medallions, all of it in
Oh
GT.
man, no. Alright, so looks like so the lane is gonna opt to probably most likely skip Sparrow Cave for the time being. It opts to do a clearable Hera. Actually, I think his actually like hookless setup for Hera Pot is good, but looks like he's going to go the normal routes.
Apparently, it's not that good.
Well, you know, it seems like the Hera basement or Hera big chest skippers are skipping for at least for some of the previous main SGL qualifiers. These haven't really treated runners the best of ways, so maybe you know, this is just the its way of just being safe and sorry.
Pretty empty Thieves Town.
So okay, we found compass and small key. I'm hoping we don't have to do a basement check, but if there is an item left in the basement for the lane, he is 100% gonna go.
Yeah, because I mean, the hammer opened up hammer opened a lot, but they've checked almost everything that's open. I think you have to do the basement if there's an item there.
Yeah, no, and speaking of hammer basically opening things up, so we did get access to, you know, Thieves Town big chest with that hammer, but I mean, it looks like Thieves Town is just totally empty. Like, it was like a heart piece and like, what, 20 rupees in the chest or something like that? We got dueling boss explosions on Team Error216. It looks like Eri, though, walks away with a better prize.
Yeah, so that means there's an item in the basement, right?
Yep. Yeah, because we saw the map, we saw the compass, and we saw the small key.
Yeah, there he goes back in. All right, down goes blind for Flip Heel there too. Oh wait, he didn't check the first item. That was an interesting route.
That is interesting. You're right.
Not only is he not gonna hook Hera Pot his way up, he's not even gonna check that chest. Okay.
All right, looks like the lane though did at least successfully set up his little mini break, so he just basically take advantage of the iframes once the switch hooks up. So he doesn't have to worry anything about the tiles. Presumably though, assuming the mirror is not here, he is going to hop off these tiles a little bit earlier and end up taking some damage. Or maybe he'll just take a quit out.
Still needs to check Spiral Cave.
Yeah, if he hasn't checked Spiral Cave. Looks like though he may not be playing a Death Orb.
I think he kind of forgot, maybe. I mean, there's nothing left, right? It's gotta be something here, Spiral Cave. Are we missing something?
There is powder.
Powder,
like, I guess he's just walking out of Hera. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and I guess we don't have. Oh man, walking out of Hera is it's painful.
It's funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't actually know if we have enough stuff for Spike Cave. Like, I don't think the link.
No, it's not. It's not in logic. Yeah.
Oh, dead rocks. Man. Oh, the lane's like, this is the worst Spiral Cave visit I have to go. Not only do I have to walk out of Hera, I get dead rocked along the way as well.
What's it going to be, powder or spiral?
For the lane's sake, I hope it's Spiral Cave. At least will make this worth it. But
it's powder.
My guess is it's going to be powder. That's my guess.
Mitts, powder.
Mirror? I'll go for mirror.
Yeah, mirror would open up swamp as well. Get this fire rod.
Who's going to be the lucky runner on these sides to do left side swap? Maybe Eri.
It's the mirror.
It is the mirror. That is going to be our first trip into swamp.
So here, let me ask you this: does any Do either one of these teams feel good about their situation right now?
No, and actually, and I think this is also maybe part of the nature of the seed. Is, you know, in co-op, right? As you said, like you really want to be able to try to split up the work, share as much information as you can, right? This seed actually seems very linear at this point.
Isn't it
Right?
funny that you said there's a possible seed explosion with a hook shot, and in fact wasn't.
Yeah,
It did not. Nothing exploded at all.
it has so much potential, right? and yet, like here we are.
What?
Like the entire mountain. What do we got? We got a blue mail on the mountain, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and that's it.
Okay, so Ares gonna rescue the old man. He's gonna get his fire rod. I think that's why he's doing this now.
All right, yeah, that does make sense. So fire rod gives you access to, I guess, finished Skull Woods. So that is something, but it doesn't give it more information, right?
Mm-hmm. I think because he hasn't rescued the old man, it's just like let's just do it now, anyways.
Yeah, and if this is going to be another opportunity for him to in order to, I guess, like just make more progress on his side, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Although it looks like the lane, you know, going over to the portal, presumably this is going to be Swamp Palace, and you know I guess he's going to be the lucky runner out of him and Aerie to do both Hera Basement and Left Side Swamp. Boostless. Maybe we should send Pauline to also do Tile Room in GT, if he needs to still find the big key or something.
You know, this is anybody's race at this point. If you're looking at this, like, there's no team has a clear advantage right now.
No, because I mean, we just don't know where any of the items are. We're getting like breadcrumbs right now. I think I did catch Flipheel, I think, doing a couple of overworld mirror checks. I think he checked B45.
Yeah, that was just 3 bombs, so nothing there.
Looks like though Aerie's gonna give us a boostless setup. Actually, really nice first try, setting it up. Super smooth coming up here. And of course, he knows from the lane that he doesn't have to sit through the basement unless he really, really wants the heart container, so he's gonna go straight to the boss.
Iker did skip out on doing the basement though, so a little bit of time save there. All right, so our first check in the Swamp Palace. What's it gonna be? Mitts? No. 3 bombs.
Close. Although we're getting some pretty good syncing though from between Flipeel and getting into Swamp Palace.
And so Iker gonna go pick up his mirror and imagine just heads south to Swamp as well, because that's where our next progression is.
Man, and it's just really unfortunate that this has to be a co-op scene, right? Because you may as well just have been doing this by yourself.
Totally.
At least maybe you get some solidarity. Oh, I do like the little things that people end up doing. So both the lane and Flipeel are hugging that wall. It's just so they can produce some lag because they both have shields. The lane has a bigger shield than Flipeel, but if you don't have to draw any shields, you can basically avoid that lag. So really cool to see.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why actually I guess if you don't end up killing this is what I learned from NMG. If you don't end up killing the Stalfos, you can hug the wall, so then you get less lag because it doesn't draw your shield.
And Flipeel skipping the lower chest, going straight to the left side. I like this route.
Vanilla compass on the lane side. Yep. So Flipeel also kindly reminding us that we don't have to gain a Samaria in order to probably the more commonly seen diver down. Did get it bomb first try. Although it looks like he needed to flip the switch.
Oh, he forgot to drop the bomb.
Well, he did it so well the first time, I'm sure he's going to have no problems doing this the second time.
Yeah, no diver down from the lane, though. So Iker also going up to the mountain, picking up his fire rod here. Aerie just checked Graveyard Ledge. I did not see what.
Yeah, I also did not. I didn't end up catching that. But this is actually, probably this is good routing on Aries' side. Basically, making these mirror checks.
And gonna pick up his sword as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. He was already over here, yeah, if you're already all the way over here and you know that nothing's in Zora, you may as well just get the sword now because we don't really know when that last sword is gonna show up.
Yeah, be funny if it was in Swamp though.
Are you willing to do left side swap for your 4th sword at this point? Oh man, that is.
I mean, if it's my 3rd sword, I'll do it.
That's true. Yeah.
So just 2 heart containers on the left side.
Speaking of some potential health inflation here, right? I mean, these are 2 heart containers that are going to be cleared out of the pool, right? So the lane and Flippio are going to have actually a bit more health to their name. Alright, looks like Aerie, though, intending to probably start somewhere in Light World, probably momentarily forgetting that we did end up killing Aga, so if you end up quitting the Dark World, then you have to start in the Dark World. Not a major time difference, of course. Okay, so both Blaine and Flipheel did left side first. Very, very sensible. It looks like, though, the big key is going to be somewhere back here or locked itself in the big chest. Of course, the hope is that you don't have to come in for that last item because you are probably coming in for that last item if it's there. Alright, the lane, though, is trying to get his bomb timer down. Yeah, Flipeel, though, demonstrated that he is actually very comfortable, actually, with this. And just like that, Flipeel has taken the lead over the lane and on his way trip back to Argus.
Wow. So nothing so far.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Here, it's gonna be here. 10 arrows.
Okay, all right. So the hope is that Argus is not gonna drop the big key.
Come on, big key. Come on, big key.
Oh man, they've already done like 46 minutes now of boostless execution. We do not need them to come back here.
What a seed! This seed is awful.
Yeah, speaking of actually boostless, I mean, so like at least they have tempered sword, so they can't end up, I think, getting a quick kill because they can't poke. But at least they go down in 1 shot. Like if they're not gonna have boots, like tempered sword is way better than master sword.
Yeah, Iker though still on master sword.
And no rods either. Yeah. Oh man, the muscle memory is just it's being torn
big key.
Down. Oh my gosh, Fear!
It's the big key.
I hope they don't watch this back and blame you for this, Fear.
Okay, so there's the big chest, as chat and our trackers are pointing out. We do have Pyramid Fairy now open, so.
You know the lane is going to go back for sure, right?
Oh yeah, you have to go back. Yeah. I mean, you're down to 3 locations or 2 locations with 3 items, so you can't skip anything at this point.
Yep, and Aerie and Iker on the other team are just reaping the benefits of their previous team of their teammates' progression, right? It's like, oh, I don't need to do left side swap. Sweet, I can just go mode it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Don't forget the track has just kept right up with the mushroom. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Where is that flute? And where we would like a movement item at some point. Thank you.
But as I was saying, don't forget the track has proven so far. You know that they're here to make some waves in the Invitational for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, that was hilarious.
This is synced up going to mushroom.
Yeah,
going to
Iker's like
top. This is amazing.
Iker's yelling at his teammate, hurry, so I don't have to go back in.
This guy should get a really good time.
Oh, he didn't turn it in. Turn it in, Flip Hill. Turn it in.
He's all right. Iker's going in. What are we gonna get on the lane side? Ah,
bu-
it's just 5
oh,
rupees. All right, how fast is this gonna be? You know, Icar's even got his mirror out, ready to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
All
Leave.
right, look at that!
Leave.
Look at that!
Leave.
It's like, all right, well, okay. So actually, so after this, where are we going?
It's Pyramid Fairy. It's
Oh, that's right. It has to be Pyramid Fairy. That's exactly where he's gonna hop right back in his portal. He is, and thankfully he has money. But actually, both of them have money, which is really good.
Yeah, that's right. So it's gonna be Shovel here.
Shovel. You know, can we just hope and we get some myths or something? I think the flute doesn't even open up anything, right?
No,
like,
flute doesn't do anything. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. I'm pretty sure mitts.
Mitts.
Or like the boots would open up bonk rocks or something like that.
Oh,
Oh, Iker, you have the.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Thelaine and Flipheel accurately remember that they already beat Naga, so they get a shorter path. But I mean, it's not gonna be a big deal. You know,
Yeah.
Iker is just very shortly behind. All right, so here we go. Thelaine's gonna looks like he's gonna be the first of our 3 runners so far into Pyramid Fairy. We're gonna get
Shovel.
not the
Heart
shovel.
piece. There's the mitts.
All
Okay.
right, there we.
So where do you go now? You've got Ice Palace without the cane. You have
Dark Death Mountain stuff. Yep.
And you have the Smith chain. Which one do you prioritize?
Oh man. Well, at least if this is co-op, you can at least split up some of the work. Okay, and mirrorless Smith chain isn't like the worst. I mean, you would much rather have boots. Hey, so speaking of, it looks like Ari is going to give us a bomb tube for for this way. It looks like he's just gonna set it up.
Does that save any time?
I don't know because he went through like 5 screen transitions for this. I think maybe he just had the timing slightly off, but in theory it is supposed to save a little bit more time.
All right, so we've got 2 runners going north, or going up to the mountain. Fliphill going to get his fire rod first. And Iker going to, the one without the tempered sword, is going to go in Ice Palace.
I guess did Fliphill not did Iker not defeat Thieves Town? According to our trackers, no. I was gonna say because he still would have Bombos as an option, but he's never finished up Thieves Town. Then
Yeah.
You know, at least like if you have only Master Sword with the Fire Rod, you could try and potentially use Bombos on Cold Stare to try and save yourself a couple Fire Rod shots. But you know, Iker, fearless. He is all ready to go and to try and take care of this this dungeon.
I'm a little surprised to see Fliphill doing this now. Like, there's no reason for him to do Hera.
It could also be maybe the same reason that maybe like the Ari ended up doing Hera as well. Like he was already up here trying to get the Fire Rod, so you may as well clear out Hera, maybe.
Yeah, but you're trying to get more information. I feel like it's just like you could do this right before you do GT, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the boots.
Go Thelaine! Finally at 50, almost 3 minutes.
Do you leave Ice Palace? Because that boots gives you Samaria too.
Oh man. Yeah, looks like Ari's out.
Yep.
That is a really good call, Fear. Like that is some good heads up. This is the benefit. Finally, we get to reap some benefits of of co-op.
Yeah, this is another one of those reasons why you don't really do Hera right now. I feel like you don't do Hera right now because, I mean, especially if you
that's actually good, yeah, I was gonna say that's actually a really good point because, as you said, we're actually not getting probably any new information, and you know, and we just actually thought we saw Thelaine end up basically getting new information from Dark Death Mountain Hookshot Cave, and that was super beneficial.
Yeah, it's gonna save. It ends up saving Airy time too because it doesn't have to as waste much time going through Ice Palace. Whereas Iker's saving, he's going the long way when he doesn't really need to.
Oh, Thelaine has a fairy. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, and by the time probably Fliphill ends up getting to Hookshot Cave at this point, Iker most likely is going to be at least through most of Ice Palace, so probably not going to do the same thing that Ari did and nope out quickly when especially when he was only on Ice 2.
All right, so the dream is dead. The boots are not in GT.
They were pretty far out though in Hookshot Cave.
yeah. The way to get them was pretty silly. Bombos for Turtle Rock. So we're looking for the flute and the ice rod.
Classic ice rod hunt, and even all dungeons.
And both the flute and the book can be in GT because of pendants.
Yeah, along with that ice rod.
That's right. So they're actually in GT mode now, which if I was running this, we'd be talking to my partner about. It's like, all right, let's just focus on, you clear ice palace because it's pretty quick and easy to do with Samaria. But,
yeah, where is Eri headed though currently?
And in fact, the myths, I wouldn't do the Smith chain at all. He's gonna go get the cane.
I feel like your team has a reputation of not doing Smith chains.
That's true. That is very true.
Yes,
magic.
That's right.
Have magic there in the Ice Palace is a really nice place to
have
it.
Dude, that is actually a really nice find for Iker because he's on Master Sword. He only has Fire Rod. He wants to spam as many Fire Rod shots as he possibly can on Holster.
I'm actually a little surprised he didn't, from the pyramid, walk over to Catfish, get that sword, and then mirror and do Ice Palace that way. Because he walked straight down from the pyramid. It feels like I'd want to prioritize that sword a little bit more.
Yeah, especially actually since we've gotten a lot of exploration already. We don't know where that fourth sword is, and you would really, really want Temperate for Ganon, especially when you know like, there's a sword available.
Just got the fairy drop too. That worked out really well for Iker. So things are looking up for him, man.
All right, looks like the lane. All right, so Eri back into Ice Palace. So he's gonna actually have a significant faster clear over Iker. One, because he has Key to Samaria, so round is gonna be a lot nicer. He's also got boots. He's also got Tempered Sword.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pick up half magic. That was actually a really nice fight though on Iker's side.
Yeah, taking advantage of that half magic there. So don't forget to track us now with the information that they are in GT mode as well. Here's a question, Claire Mouse, because we're going to see these guys just blaze through these dungeons now, try to finish them off. Do you have do you both go to GT at the same time, or does someone go into Turtle Rock?
Oh man, because we were missing an ice rod, right? Oh,
yeah.
that is actually a really difficult decision. Because
and we also see Don't Forget to Track Us doing something that I don't fully understand.
I'm sure he's gonna just do hammer pegs, right? He's not gonna do
I don't understand this, but that if there's something
I mean,
here,
if one of those items, right, is here, then a team Don't Forget to Track Us is sitting real pretty. We don't need money at this point. We needed money early. We do not need money right now.
Don't need it now.
All right, so Lickety Split Fast Moth Fight on the lane side. So we've got another Crystal Clear already. Of course, we've already got both items out of Skull Woods, actually pretty useful ones at that, Powder and Hookshot. So he looks like he is, as you said, he's just in dungeon clearing mode at this point.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. I feel like you both do GT. You both do the basement of GT, basically, if you're synced, which these teams should be pretty close. And then if you don't get the Ice Rod, one climbs, one does TR. That's what I feel like.
Maybe. Yeah.
How we'd split it up.
All right, so Iker finally getting the news from his teammate that, yes, the boots are in Hookshot Cave. Please go there as fast as you possibly can. Too bad there's lots of more right than left holding, though, for Iker. He's getting there soon, though.
So I think I kind of understand what Don't Forget the Track Us is doing. He has to go get Samaria, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's in his mind. He's like, how can I combine this to make it more efficient? And
I see.
I get it, but it's just I feel like GT has so many items.
And you have to finish GT anyway, right?
Yeah, and now he's doing Graveyard Ledge. Like, this to me, it just feels like you're bleeding time.
And actually, I think it would, and actually, as we've seen on Aries' side, right? Aries was the one who did Graveyard Ledge on, you know, between himself and Elaine. But Aries was also one on Master Sword, so like he had a really nice route to be able to get over to Catfish. Versus Iker, like, when is he gonna go over to Catfish at this point?
Right.
Oh man, just having boots on these guys' feet. I mean, they just look so much more comfortable in their execution.
Sure, yeah.
And of course, the lane finally going to benefit some. You know, Airy was the one who had to unfortunately do Thieves Down, full clear Thieves Down, no less, with no boots, and on Master Sword, I think. The lane though, get to zoom right across all of these long transitions and hallways.
Okay, so Aries doing Skullwoods now. After that, he just has to go back to Eastern Palace and dash through there, having already been there once. The lane's finishing up Thieves Town, and he still needs to do Ice Palace and Eastern Palace. So if I'm Airy, I'm saying if we do any extra checks, I will do them since I am, you know, up a couple of dungeons.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Iker doing Thieves Town, and then we'll finish that up with Skullwoods, whereas Flip Heel still has Ice, Skullwoods, and Eastern. And then, so not only is he behind, but he did Smith Chain and Graveyard Ledge, where it's like,
I guess sometimes it's like even more time, right?
Exactly. Like, so if you're gonna do those checks, have the person that's ahead do those checks. I feel like they just bled time that they shouldn't have bled there. Like, just prioritize dungeons. You're in GT mode. Focus on GT, go back to the other stuff.
Yeah, no, I think that's very sensible, and especially, you know, I don't actually know, you know, how much I guess like they're thinking about their opponents, but I mean, if you're Flip Hero and Iker going against, as we know to be a very veteran pair, in A Link to the Past, like time is something that is very, very valuable, and is even more difficult in order for you to give up against a team like, you know,
totally.
Airy.
Yeah, great mouth fight from Airy, and we see
that's
double boss kills again.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 technically, but I mean, Airy's just so good. You can see how comfortable he is with execution with Temper Sword and boots. All right, though. Meanwhile, the Flip Heel getting Moth unfortunately kind of stuck there in the corners, just refusing to come down. Luckily, though, with Temper Sword, at least he can go down relatively quickly. The red guard gatekeeping for the lane, trying to prevent him to get his Canis Amaria. Yeah, so, you know, hopefully Airy doesn't, you know, regret too much, I guess, going into Eastern Palace super early, just because he does have to kind of make a double dip here. But, you know, as you said, Fear, we're just going to go straight to the back with the boots. Should be really fast. We would really like to, of course, see, you know, come here with the flute, but, well, you know, the flute is probably just sitting there in GT, so, and in order to get to GT, we kind of need to clear out Eastern, so not going to be an option for us.
And again, we see the runner on the left side, Thelaine, who is behind on dungeons doing extra overworld checks. I feel like this is not prioritizing, you know, your resources the best. You're again giving away time. Sure, the item could be here, but maybe have the runner who's further ahead do some of these checks instead.
Yeah, looks like though Flip Heel gonna try into purple chest. He wants to at least like keep. Presumably he's gonna check Mongo's tablet after this. This is why he's just, I guess, running down.
Yeah.
Okay, or.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't need to have he can just mirror right in front of the of Gary.
Yeah. Oh, almost forgot.
Almost forgot.
Yeah,
Yep.
almost forgot. It is not the first time a runner has unfortunately mirrored a little bit too far away, and ended up losing the purple chest.
So
Unfortunately,
yeah,
that's
Air even shown us that even the best don't do it 100% of the time. Right? It wasn't a bad fight, but not the fight that you expect from Airy there.
Yeah, it is a difficult, it is a difficult execution, I guess his version, so. Alright, so Airy, wow. Well, you know, Airy has made immensely a lot of progress so quickly because he already has 7 crystals. Guess what we're heading up to right now, Fear?
Yeah, he's on his way to GT. He'll be our first runner there.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, Lane looks like, you know, just a quick recap, basically from what you said earlier, he is going to finish up Eastern Palace. He knows from Airy that there is nothing of value here, so he's basically just going to, I think, get the big key, which was on the way. Maybe it was here in Compass Chest, or in Cannonball Room. He's going to go straight to the back, clear out Eastern, and then just take out... Never mind! Remembering that the big key, I guess, was here, probably from Airy telling him this.
I may or may not have done that before. You get to the door and you're like, oh, yeah, it's like go mode Eastern. So you go mode it, forgetting, oh, yeah, I do need that big key.
Right.
So Iger not too far behind. Just going to have to kill Moth here. Still only on Master Sword, though.
Yeah, this is I mean, he certainly looks very comfortable using Master Sword. It's just, you know, I guess like the time difference and damage difference between, you know, this and Temper Sword.
So Airy is going to open up to Rock. Let's see if he wants to dive in. I'd be surprised.
Given that Airy's probably the first one here, like, and there's so many checks left in GT, like, you know, that's more information for you, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually though, but Iker, you know, even though he's on he's on Master Sword, I forgot he picked up half magic from Ice Palace, so you know he should have a pretty easy time here. Well, hopefully, he's got a lot of fire rush shots to his name. That's all.
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, with this though, Iker, after the Skull Woods kill, he can also head up to Gianna's tower as well.
Yeah, I actually think don't forget the Trackus will be, both of them will be in GT before Airy and Lane, though Airy has got quite the lead up here.
Yeah, so of course we still have to do putt for among other things a GT big key. So Airy taking looks like his more preferred traditional route. I'm gonna check left side into Stalfos room, and then mirror over and with his guaranteed small key, of course, that you already seen, gonna do Compass. Although maybe this changes for all dungeons, because he's so.
Oh, there's the ice rod. There we go.
All right, okay, so we're not gonna have to make a difficult decision about who ends up diving. Turtle Rock before GT. We're gonna go to GT first.
So we're still looking for the flute, or possibly the book. With the flute being in desert,
we would really like to be able to see the flute. Because if we see the book, that also does open up tablets for us as well. Where's the line going? Oh, he's do ice.
Yeah, he has to do ice palace. So Quake also helps reassure that where you have all our medallions for Meyer, because we don't know what that is. Could still need ether.
Yeah, still a lot of unknowns. I guess it's kind of one of the downsides of not being able to access Meyer. Oh man, Airy. Is Airy still on green mail? Oh, he is still on green mail. Please be careful, Airy.
Using that potion there. And just got a heart refill with a mail right next to it. Oh, that's too good.
Oh, poor Airy. Alright, so it looks like though, other than that, nothing really, I guess, on the left side, or on right side GT. Yeah, presumably that's not going to be worth the lane's time, because he already got blue mail from, what was it, Mini Moldorm came, I think? Something like that? Yeah.
Still no big key.
Presumably, if the GT big key is in tile room, Ari is going to be the one to do it. So, you know, at least between Ari and the lane, they ended up splitting this task of tile room up. This is actually kind of an interesting race though between Flip-Heel and Lane, because Lane's almost to the end of to fight Cold Stare, but Flip-Heel also is almost to Armos, so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so Ari's definitely in the lead, but it's not the first to finish. It's average time.
It's average time, right?
Yeah. So.
Alright, so it looks like Iker, though, taking a very slight divergence from Ari's GT route. He's gonna go, he went to Hope Room first. Well, it looks like Ari will find the big key in Rando Room. And Ether. Man, that is super nice. Alright, so guaranteed entry into Misery Mire once we eventually find. So this is Flute Go mode, is that right? Or book?
Flute or book, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I guess, well, if you have flute, then it's go mode, but if you find book, then maybe the flute is a desert or something like that.
Yes, it's possible. So he'll do all the way to Ice Armos and the big chest. So he'll check the big chest now. And then he'll mirror out and finish off Turtle Rock. Then you climb.
Alright, I was a little bit worried that Ari was going to basically bonk off of these beetles, but looks like, you know, he knows these things better than us, so
yeah.
Super safe. Also not getting 1.0 by that anti-fairy as Ari was falling just like 1 or 2 pixels away. Interesting Armos survival on that side.
Yeah. Nice recovery there.
Yeah. Good thing we have plenty of arrows to take this thing down.
There's the book.
Man, okay. Do you do tile room? Ari is leaving.
No, you don't do tile room.
Ari is leaving.
You have to do all of Turtle Rock anyways. So
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he can check either tablet right now. Man, that Bombos. If something's on Bombos tablet, like the flute, that is like such an annoying location.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ari will report to the lane that there is in fact nothing on either tablet.
Naga one's dead, so they don't have to do that. So what's kind of nice is after they finish the Mire Desert combo, you can save and quit and just go right to Ganon after, as long as you're in the Dark World.
All right, so at this point though, Iker has definitely told his teammate Flip-Heel that yes, just go pick up the ice rod. I don't think there's anything else. So he'll probably presumably go well once Iker finds the big key in random room. He will. All right, so I guess we know like what Flip-Heel's normal route in GT is right side first. But he's like, no, just go left side and get rando room, or maybe not. Because he still needs the ice rod, right, from Stalfo's room?
Yeah. And so 2 keys on the Firelock side of Turtle Rock. If the flute's here, you want to find it like right away. Otherwise, you have to do like Mimic Cave and all that crap. It's like that's
that's a really good point here. Yeah,
that's god. It's a god so far. If there's another key here, which is like so rare, to get 3 keys and the big key, it's like the most go modable TR ever. But you're still looking for an item.
Yeah, the dream would here, of course, is to be skipping Mimic Cave.
Okay, there's the map.
Mimic Cave takes a surprisingly long time. Like, I didn't realize how long it takes until once you skip it, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do all this again. You can definitely see how well practiced the lane and area are on, NMG execution. It's just a lot of their movement, especially with that blue boomerang. Actually, it just makes things. You just fall back onto their muscle memory. Man, I bet Eric really wishes he had the mirror shield and when he's in Turtle Rock now, he can avoid all these lasers. I think that's actually pretty good communication as well, because like Eric probably just told the lane, to get whatever where the key is and also where Ether was. Like the lane didn't even pick up the top two chests. Hey, although Iker, though, probably taking consideration for his teammate, said, like, if you want a heart container, it's in the upper right, and it's like, thank you. that sounds like a good team.
You know what? It's gonna be interesting is if Iker doesn't ever find that other sword.
The fourth sword.
That could
really good
really cost them this race, honestly.
We have a search. Oh no. Flipio. Alright, okay, he's gonna take like a second to do a backup version. Really nicely done over to the bridge. But I was gonna like you have a really good point here. Like how much have we cleared at this point? We basically have not seen like Upper GT and we haven't seen like the rest of Turtle Rock at this point. Like where the heck is that points we're fighting?
Yeah. Like if he has to do Master Sword Silverless, and the race is as close as it is, then
that is, you really want silvers. I mean, you really just want that type of sword. Silver is, is a nice bonus. It'll save you what, like 30, 45 seconds, something like that.
So Ari just told Thelaine, this is like the most go-modable PR ever. Just do the front, skip chain chomps. The other key is on Crystal Roller.
Oh, actually, looks like though Flip Heel, he is climbing GT. He's gonna give us a little bit more information about what's up here.
That's surprising because now he has to do another TR climb. Like you have to climb the mountain again. That's not free. That's surprising. And he's down to only 3 arrows, so he mimic clipped his way through the first one.
Wow.
Nice mimic clip though. The shovel.
Oh man, Ari. Always what you want to see at this point.
Alright, it's not here. Unless it's on Trinex,
I was gonna say, what is it on Trinex?
Yeah, maybe. Wow, this is surprising. I'm surprised he's climbing. I can get you when to split up the information and get information as you go, but
I guess
you're on the mountain. You're on the mountain.
Yeah. Oh man, the lane. Such nice treatment from those chain chomps. Like, you don't get to dash through those chomps often. The lane gets really nice RNG there.
I think the cops were excited about it too.
Sorry, yeah, it happens every once in a while here. I was so excited that the lane got to dash through those chain shots. I had to say something.
Cops, hey, they loved it.
Well, I mean, they saw how fast the lane was going, right?
Yeah, it's too fast. All right, is it on Trinex? Is it on Trinex? It is not. It's just the compass.
I guess we haven't checked what pedestal is, right?
Well,
I guess we don't need to.
Yeah, you don't got to check
because
I mean, for fun, I guess, but no progression. All right, so now Ari is going to climb GT, which again will save himself a mountain climb.
Yeah, Flip Heel though, having started the climb early, he is going to be able to give us a little bit more information sooner.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a TR though is super nice if you're the second player going through it.
yeah, I was gonna say, like,
so
Tulane is
fast.
really, Tulane had to kind of pay up the price up early on for his team, because he had to do toggle room, and had to, kind of walk through like all of like Spiral Cave, for example, and he is really reaping the benefits now. He got to do Thieves Town with the boots. He gets to basically do like the nice like TR route, because he's that it's just not like there's nothing of value here.
Yeah, I guess to skip Laser Bridge. Now, I don't think we've seen any runner do tile room, and it's not
that is true.
the two up here.
Tulane might do it at this point.
I don't know.
He still has the opportunity, at least. Airy is for sure not doing it, because Airy is definitely ahead, and he is not interested in spending more time. Alright, so we found we found the compass, we found the map, we found a heart piece. We got one more shot here, post Moldorn.
It might just be a key there too, I'm not sure. If they've been counting keys, they can figure that out. There it is. Oh my gosh, at the top.
Wow.
Ganon's Tower. Wow.
Okay, so we are in official go mode, but like what a terrible location for that flute. Especially since you got the book so early, early, relatively speaking, in GT, you're just like dreading it, and of course you have to go climb it for it. Man. Alright, so Airy had a really nice gauntlet. He, I think, has played this game once or twice. Following up with, of course, Easy Half Magic, Fire Rod, Limo 2. So where are these? So where's that fourth sword and where are the silver sphere? I feel like we've checked like, at least 200 locations at this point, right?
It's probably Meyer cutscene chest.
It could be, yeah, it could be Checkerboard Cave or cutscene chest here. What? Haven't these runners suffered enough for this season? They went through like 15 minutes of boostless execution. As a co-op, no less. Alright, looks like Flipheel actually wanted to run over to activate his flute. Not sure if he remembered that. I guess I'm not really sure which way's faster, but presumably maybe it would have been a save and quit to sink.
No, I think it's fine.
Is it so faster to because you have to do the 2 mirror transitions?
He shouldn't have gone through the.
I guess if he just mirrored,
you just dash over to the left and mirror, and you'll be fine. Or down for far enough, you'll be fine.
Alright, so Airy is showing that even the best 123 runners still have to suffer through presumably a RNG Molder 2.
Yeah.
Oh man, Iker. Alright, so having unfortunately to go through Trinex with Master Sword. Not even sure how much safety he has left with only 1 heart, but at least managed to take Trinex down.
Just taking a quick glance at the schedule, it looks like the game 2 is scheduled for September 24th at 10:10 p.m.
It's Friday, right?
It's Friday, yep.
Yeah.
And that'll be Tulane and Dunka versus Flipeel and Purlong, so that'll be interesting to watch. So if you're following these teams, make sure you mark that on the calendar, September 24th, 10:10 p.m.
I will say that I think that Tulane and Airy are real good sports for scheduling wise, because so they're both in Germany, and they started this game at midnight their time, and 10:10 p.m. Eastern time for Tulane on Friday is like 4 a.m. over there. So I mean, I think these guys are just being very, very accommodating.
All right. So even though Airy has the flute, hasn't activated it, still is able to use it to get back to the camera.
Yeah. Flipeel, though, getting a little bit bullied by these dead rocks. I think he was trying to powder them in order to turn them into those little like yellow squishy things, but even that, they wouldn't cooperate. All right, Ari finishing up his Aga 2, mirrored right over. Looks like he is going straight over to activate that flute for real this time. Not the fake one that transports him off.
So the book was just bait, as it pretty much
It
always
was,
is.
yeah. It's man. At least they don't have to check Bombo's tablet. You know, they managed to find a flute validation chest, and it's just much better.
So Ari's gonna be the first to finish. He's definitely the one that has the biggest lead, but I don't know. I think they're ahead, right? Iker.
It's together for the lane and Ari.
Yeah. Man, Iker having Master Sword is definitely not going to help the situation, but
yeah, maybe he's just hoping that in this case there's going to be a sword here in Meyer. I mean, Ari, he has. It looks like he's not even checking Meyer's shed at this point. He is probably just going to go like straight over. You know, he is obviously Ari. Well, all four of these runners are very comfortable with silverless fights. Oh my gosh, Flipio, please do not die. What a nice fairy drop.
oh wow, yeah.
But I mean, at this point, though, I'm not even sure. You know, so Ari and Thalane probably not going to be interested in silvers. You know, if probably Ari finds silvers along his path, trying to find the big key to Meyer, like he'll gladly take them. But probably after that, doesn't really, doesn't need them. Yeah. Iker, on the other hand, though, like he would really like that fourth sword hiding somewhere, and you know, and if we can't find it, like probably silver is going to be the next best thing.
All right, small key in the first chest, in the spike chest of Meyer. Just looking for that big key. It's all go mode at this time. At this point.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of damage output, yeah. So we said silvers probably aren't going to be the biggest deal in the world for these runners, and they've got temper sword, they've got boots, they've got half magic if they really need to. You know, they've got both. You know, they got fire rod. Like they have every speed advantage at this point. Iker looks like he remembers that there was nothing of value, I guess, in pre-Moldrum chest, but he definitely is not going to skip the post-Moldrum chest here. And of course, the lane here is hoping that Ares is going to tell him it's not in cutscene chest, just go to compass chest. Given where the big key is, they're probably not going to check right side, right? They're not going to check big chest or anything like that.
Nah.
Yeah, Ares going to go straight to the boss. Of course, the lane already has Bombos out, ready to go, because Ares just told him you don't need any more medallions. Bombos is the only one we need. Alright, Flipio on his way very shortly to Trinex, so, and Iker, his teammate, finishing up Aga 2 as we go. So at least for Iker and Flipio, Iker's going to be the first one into Meyer. I will be curious to see what Iker decides to do in terms of item checks. Like, he might do Meyer Shed? Maybe?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Harry. Would really like that health refill. Certainly don't blame him. I'm not sure actually what his safety situation is, but, you know, NMG strat certainly would require you to have at least 7 parts here, or 5, presumably.
Yeah, I don't think
7
he has
is comfortable.
I don't think he actually has any safeties. I think he had to ditch his fairy he had earlier.
That is an amazing arrow count for Ari. Just barely had enough arrows to take down the big eye. All right, mirror over to Desert. No arrows needed, although Airy can always pick a couple up if he really wants them. And after Desert, we are on our way to Ganon. You know, for a relatively like linear seed, I would say like this is actually I would say like pretty fast. Like you didn't really get like as much advantage as you could, you know, from basically so much like co-op information sharing as you probably normally do, but still, we're gonna finish the seed relatively soon.
Are you surprised that Airy just checked Mare Shed?
I was, yeah. And looks like though they're gonna check Desert Ledge as well.
So
Airy finding summers. Wow.
After checking Mare Shed,
Alright, so I think Airy's gonna pick up a couple arrows there if that's the case.
Yeah, I wish he would have done Desert first, huh?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
I'm actually a little surprised because you do Desert first, then you do Mire, and once you finish Mire, you just save and quit and you're at Ganon.
That's a really nice optimization. Maybe the lane will actually do. Well, no, the lane's already admired, so never mind.
Both of them could have had silvers for Vidi too.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Well, of course, you know, good thing you know Desert is the dungeon immediately after Easter in the vanilla game because you know you at least get some arrows. There are I think 5 arrows right before Landos. Yeah. Airy showing off that he indeed is comfortable with hook speed or super speed right out of Desert 1 onto Desert 2. Did not hop off. Not that it's like a terribly big deal because he still has flute and mid, so he can get back there, but like still can be a time loss.
A 10 arrow drop, 5 arrow drop, plenty of arrows now.
Yeah, we don't even need the pod at this point. Airy just has the arrows drops to his name. And another one for the Popos. Man, these guys are real buddies.
Yeah, this is working out. So it looks like, you know, I think Error216 has this in hand. The Master Sword is not going to play as much of a factor, but it, you know, if it was a little bit closer, that Master Sword there could have been really punishing. It might have put him punishing in the end since he's, you know, everyone else's fought with tempered, basically since like the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, but Iker's done a really good job though, just basically being on Master Sword the whole game.
Yeah, did really well.
You know, some pretty difficult bosses with only that sword.
All right. Back to the portal, and we'll see a save and quit from Mary.
I'm glad he did a mirror bonk there. That looked pretty close to that ledge.
Yeah.
Oh, the light. Alright, Airy dropping down into Ganon. So he's got, tempered silvers is certainly not going to, break his muscle memory. Very confident Airy here is capable of getting the 1-on-1, especially with that start. Speaking of, we still haven't found that 4th sword, right?
Right. I could still be in Mire, Desert. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Bobble's tablet.
That's true. Bobble's tablet, I guess.
We saw almost everything. Pedestal, yeah.
It seems though at this point Iker's probably just gonna go into Ganon with Master Sword Silvers at this point. Like, I mean, the known sword's that Catfish, and it's like, are you really gonna go all the way out there for that sword when you didn't earlier on?
All right, 4 arrows away. There's 2. Oh, 2 more. That's gonna do it.
Lickly fast. Yep. All right, holding up his sword. Yeah.
And chat for Airy.
First of our 4 runners to finish. I'm actually not sure if we get an official time.
Yeah, it's 1:33:24 for Airy, our first runner.
GG's, Airy.
I can't wait to talk to these guys about this evening. Holy smokes.
Yeah. All right, so the lane, his teammate, not far behind at all. Already just dropping down to Ganon, so I expect no less of a good fight from the lane. Dang Trident, nicking the lane here, but good thing he has blue mail to his name. Oh my gosh, the lane, please don't die. Thank you, Blue Mail, for
I believe in him.
only having 4. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was so
Jeez,
close.
the lane.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, okay. The good news is we're on phase 3. We're on to phase 3. So this is the first the most difficult phases are. Past us, he just has to not get hit by these fire bats. And given that he has silver, it hopefully should be okay.
Nice double there. Misses the swipe. There's number 3. One more arrow, and this will seal it up for Error216. So Lane and Area are going to take game number 1 of the week.
Get your GGs out in chat with the lane.
GG's to Thelane, to Area, and Error216, and he finishes with a time 1:35.02. That is an average time of 1:34.13. Not that it matters since they both finished first. Oh boy, what a race.
Yes. Yeah. Meanwhile, though, Flippy and Iker are definitely holding their own very well. Very, very close to basically going up to Ganon.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a little bit of a ridiculous race, but it was a lot of fun.
It was so linear at the beginning, especially, you know, when everyone discovered there was an Agassi, so everyone was kind of following the same path, and we thought that sea was going to open up later, and it kind of didn't until the very end. Speaking of, hi Ari, hi Thelane, GG's on your win.
Hey.
Hello. Ari, do you need to teach me? Want me to teach you how to do the hula hand trick?
Please. Yeah, this was not my finest showing. On multiple occasions.
So it's all good. I'm just messing with you guys. Got the victory. Okay. Nice victory today to start out the league. Got to be happy about that. Talk about the seed. This is I mean, what a seed for a co-op seed, especially. What are your guys' thoughts?
I was ready to go to bed somewhere like 40 minutes in. It was so boring. Yeah. Holy moly.
It just gave you like one piece of progression at a time. You know, you didn't have a ton of options, so everyone kind of got funneled together to Aga and then to Swamp, and oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Magic Bat's like one of those things that you're not going to do before Death Mountain and all that. It just all kept being like last location. It was really awkward. It was. I mean, I'm glad at some point after mids, Thelane immediately found boots because I wasn't gonna last much longer at this rate.
Yeah. Yeah, we were worried about maybe boots even being in GT. We were looking at those pendants, and it's like you saw the boots. You saw the Samaria was locked behind the boots, and then you see both Meyer and Turtle Rock being pendants, and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, I think Eric called that like 20 minutes in. He was like, yeah, Boots probably in GT at this rate. I'm like, oh no.
I was joking. I think it was an Agate Tower. It's like, well, wouldn't it be funny if Meyer and Turtle Rock were pendants as well?
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
There's a finish there from Flip Hill with a time of 1:37.25. So GG's to Flip Hill for the first finish for Don't Forget to Track Us. So just tell me how you guys were feeling as you getting deeper and deeper in the seed, and you are, I mean, last locationing things. I mean, both teams ended up last locationing pretty much everything by the nature of the seed. But were you guys feeling okay? Feeling tired, obviously, but
I wasn't feeling particularly great. Not gonna lie. I think Thelane was a little bit more optimistic. But yeah. I was just making so many small mistakes that it really started getting to me. Like, just like forgetting to mirror after doing dungeons, so you end up in the light world, and like just start immediately off with the hula hand mistake. It was like, okay, yeah, well, that's how it's gonna be.
So I have to ask, did you guys end up talking exclusively in German? Because I told I announced that Thelane at your request.
Yes.
This is
yes.
No, we did not.
This is news to me.
No, the lane said this was going to be your handicap, basically. You're going to talk exclusively in German for the seed.
I mean, maybe I played like I would have been talking German the entire time because I would have taken like much more brain power.
I think it was just like super late for Eric. I don't think he's like used to it, and I don't know. I had fun, even though it was kind of a boring seed.
Yeah. Get your GGs in chat for Iker, as don't forget to track us finishes up in second place. A good way to start the season, though. You want to know? Can't complain there.
Oh, definitely. Like, I'm happy with how we played overall. So, pretty good divisions of what we did, I think. And in the end, we ended up like only being a minute and a half apart. So that's usually a good sign.
For sure. And we're now joined by Flip Hill and Iker. GG's, guys.
GG's.
Oh,
GG's.
GG's.
So we'll just let you guys vent a little bit about that seed, because it was awful, right? Like, especially for a co-op seed.
It was so boringly linear, and then even the end with GT was terrible with the items you kept getting in there. Oh my god.
Yeah, because you can't leave the book there, right? Like you have to get that book.
I was waiting for Flute to be in Desert. It would just been the cap on the seed.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think we were all waiting for that at the very end when we saw you guys pick up the book.
Yeah, it's the most linear seed I played of this in a long time. Just like Flip Hill. I think we only at the very end, and at one point we had more than one dungeon completable. That was when I was up on air and he was in Swamp.
Out of curiosity, Iker, any particular reason why I guess you chose to be a Master Sword for most of the game?
We knew the Tempered Sword was up there. I'm like, there's another sword out there somewhere. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
right.
No. Okay. So when I got the boots, I probably should have grabbed him. At that point, I only had 2 bosses left, and neither one really cared about the sword.
I didn't even know he didn't have it until I think he was done in TR, and he was like, I'm still on Master. I'm like, what? I didn't even like piece together they didn't have it. I probably would have yelled at him and told him to get it, but
it's just a long way to walk for just a sword. I say just a sword, but yeah, Tempered to Master's pretty, or Master of Tempered's pretty big. I was totally expecting to find one on the way somewhere. We never did.
Yeah, I think we were all hoping for that 4th sword to show up somewhere, but yeah, even on Ares' side and Flame side, I don't think we saw that 4th sword.
Nope. It's probably like rest of Mire area, like either in Mire, Desert, or Checkerboard. We didn't check Big Spot either.
Yeah, I call it a shovel.
I never found a shovel.
How about those silvers, huh?
That was a good call from
I'm so glad I checked that. Yeah. You also
I think
did the flute to whatever.
Yeah, I think Eric just wanted to go, and I was like, I think it makes sense to check Shed and the Desert Ledge, and because we pretty much full cleared the game, and there was like no silvers.
Yeah, there were only a few
We had for Mire. That was the important part.
So I guess the Master Sword, or the last sword was what, Desert, or the last item in Mire?
Yeah,
or Bombos tablet, I guess.
Bombos
Green
tablet,
Pendant.
Green Pendant.
All real great locations for this last sword to be in.
And also that Turtle Rock. If you're able to go mode that Turtle Rock, it's like the best, one of the best Turtle Rock layouts for go boating. Unfortunately, the first runner always had to full clear it for no real value even.
Yeah.
2 bottles of the heart. That was it.
Yeah.
Shovel.
Right. Yeah.
Big Wharf.
Oh, I did get the shovel. I just forgot to mark it down. Oops.
All right. So
I
we
like-
got. Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I like that everyone has a different shield. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I would have liked at least one, but
All right. So game 2 is going to be Friday night, I believe 10 p.m. Eastern.
Or 4 a.m. for the lane.
All right.
You are amazing for that.
I did ask like 2 or 3 times if he was okay with it. So
No,
I
it's
was
all,
like, we could.
it's all good. All
Yeah.
good.
So, any last thoughts about this race or the season as we kick things off? Error getting the W here. Don't forget the track is new to the Invitational. Also, GG's guys about that as well on last season, qualifying for the Invitational. You have the fun opportunity to race Error in week 1 of the Invitational, so that's always fun. Gonna try to get a little revenge in game 2. Any last thoughts about the seed or the season?
Welcome to the big leagues. I mean,
Glad to be back.
Yeah, I was excited. Obviously, I was hoping to maybe not play like one of the scariest teams to start out with, but wish would have made it a little closer. But we knew it was going to be an uphill battle. So glad we at least played pretty well, and yeah, looking forward to game 2. Switch up the teammates around a little bit. So
yeah,
It's fine. We still have Dunker on the team, right? No, I just
Elaine! Elaine, I did have a question for you. What language are you going to be talking to Dunka in for this co-op?
I don't know. I don't know if he's multilingual. We can figure that out. Otherwise, he still has like 4 days.
To learn some German?
Yeah.
how about
or we
Pig
could
Latin?
just- Yeah, we can just learn something new together.
Ohio. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over to the German restream
All
as
right.
well for some interviews. So
And just
Yeah.
Yep, big game.
thanks for comms, restreams, tracking, all that cool stuff.
yeah,
And
can only agree.
it's fun.
Thanks so much for the race.
this was
Good luck
this
to
was
everybody
this
on
was a good
Friday.
race.
I won't be
Thanks,
awake
everyone.
for it.
Yeah, excited to see your teams compete this season in your division. It's going to be a lot of fun. So GG's and good luck to you all.
Thank you.
And I do believe the German restream is taking everyone if everyone wants to go, even if you don't speak German. So if you guys want to head over there, you can do that. Otherwise, we're going to close it up here. Looking at the schedule, we've got one more race tonight on Speed Gaming 2. We've got Magalachi versus Boomer Friendly. That's going to be Moogle Charm and Orange versus Don Veneer and Leviticus. With Chelsea Butt and Radical Sniper on comms. So make sure you check that out. And then all week, tons of races. We're just getting started here in the league. It is day 1, week 1. So I hope you like some rando because we've got a lot of it here on the Speed Gaming channels as well as the ALTTPR League channels as well. So make sure you're following the speedgaming.org schedules, the ALTTPR League website, which is brand new, has all the information there. Big shout outs to our trackers today, 2D Tones and Arterial. Thank you so much for tracking. Can't do this without you, of course.
Oh yeah, no, these trackers have been awesome, right? Like they're 4 runners going every which way, and they were on the ball like every single
Yeah,
step.
for sure. Love our trackers here. Clear Mouse, always good to do comms with you.
Oh yeah, no, this is great, Fear. Awesome. I was really excited to be able to do this match with you.
Yeah.
For this.
So we're going to have to do that again. And yeah, I think that's it. Do you have anything else, Clear Mouse?
No. I mean, just want to repeat everything that you said. Thank you so much for this is Speed Gaming, also ALTTPR channels for hosting us. The league's like participation rate is like skyrocketed like throughout the season, so it was really cool to be able to see so many runners participate in the league and rando. And yeah, this is only week 1, and we've got so much. So definitely really look forward to the season.
Awesome. All right, so we'll see you all later. Thanks for hanging out with us, and GG's to everyone.
Yeah, GG's. Good evening.
Bye, everyone.